एक मिनट, लाइव सेशन 17 में जाके, ओके, गॉट इट, शेयर स्क्रीन विंडो, ठीक है, कैंसिल करके फिर स्वाइप अप करता हूँ, स्वाइप अप भगवद गीता एज इट इज, ओके, अभी स्वाइप डाउन करके स्वाइप अप शेयर स्क्रीन में रखता हूँ, विंडो, फिर चैप्टर 17 क्लिक कर देता हूँ, शेयर कर देता हूँ, ओके, भगवद गीता एज इट इज, ओके, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. So welcome to this, welcome to this 17th session. That is the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, as it is, and welcome to the 17th day of this 18-day Bhagavad Gita session. So congratulations, great. So let us dive into the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and the theme again remains seeing the unseen, division of faith. There are the divine, okay, they have this 26 qualities, and the demonic, they have 6 qualities, and many more mentioned in chapter 16. And the divine, they accept the scriptures, and the demons, they don't accept the scripture. There are some who they are divine or looking divine, but they don't follow the scriptures. So everything, in short, everything is not black and white. He is demon and he is divine. There are some categories which is in between, like it's in the 7th chapter, it's not the Duskriti and the Sukritis one, yeah. So similarly, in between we have the Devtavadis, the Mayavadis, and the Brahmavadis. There are 11 kind of people which is mentioned. So similarly, in between the divine and the demonic, there are some who are like, we cannot say they are demon, nor we can say divine. So Arjuna is asking, there's so many kind of people. So tell me, how do we see the unseen? What is the person who is standing next to me smiling? He looks like a divine personality, but inside there is divine or demon or in between those. So that is what is the question which Arjuna is going to ask. So for better understand, with this small introduction, let us dive into the preview. For better understanding and easy assimilation of the subject matter, the subject has been divided into the following phases. Phase one, Arjuna's question. Phase two, phase three, the food that we eat, and phase four, the sacrifices we make, and phase five, it's the types of the austerities and types of uh, austerities, and phase 7, the charities done, and conclusion, how one can without faith in the supreme, how one how by then let us go for the conclusion of the 7th chapter and the real conclusion of the session, question answers. And so now let us dive into the first phase 1 of the Chapter 17, Arjuna's inquiry about unauthorized worship, those who have some faith which is not based on scriptures. So let us dive into it. Arjuna means simple and is a devotee and the friend, and Krishna is asking Krishna, Ye Sastra Vedim Utsrijya Yajante Shraddhaya Anvita Tesham Nishtha Tu Ka Krishna Sattvam aho rajastamam. Oh, Krishna, I understood the two categories, divine and the demonic, but there is something in between also. But what about the people who have studied Vedas yet do not follow them for one reason or another reason? Although they follow common religious practice with faith, which category do they fall into? Goodness, passion, or ignorance? Okay, again, seeing the unseen, the modes. So, in the different practices, we seeing the three modes, Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. The three modes determine the one's faith, worship, etc., etc., etc. Slok 2 to 7. Seeing the unseen. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Once again, whenever we say Sri Bhagavan Vacha means Sri means beautiful, Bhagavan means the most important people. When the most important person is saying we should understand something important is coming to me, and I should pay the utmost importance. Trivida bhavati shraddha dehi nam sa swabhava ja satviki rajasi chaiva tamasi chaiti tam shrinu. The people who give up Shastra as troublesome are governed by the three modes of material nature. These modes are acquired from conditioning, impression from previous life. Therefore, one's faith can be of three kinds: goodness, passion, or in ignorance. So, Sattvanurupa sarvasya shraddha bhavati bharata shraddha mayayam purusho yo yak shraddha sa eva sa. According to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith from the association with what one gets, one develops that kind of faith. Everyone's faith is based on mind, which simply reflects the modes that dominate the heart. Therefore, a person has some faith, and that faith is designated by the modes he has acquired. So, if you want to determine a person's faith, see who he is worshipping. Oh Krishna, which mode is present in various type of worship? So, yajanti satvika devam yaksharakshasim rajasa pretan bhuta gana chainya yajanti tamasa jana. Those who are in the mode of goodness, they worship the demigods, and those who are in Rajagun mode of passion, they worship Rakshas and Rakshas, yeah, Rakshas, Yakshas and Rakshas, okay, and Yakshas and Rakshasas. Yakshas are human beings with not living on the earthly planet. They are living in a higher uh, realm, and Rakshasas are living in the role. Both of them are more powerful, Yakshas and Rakshasas. Preta, Bhutagana, Chanya, and those who worship ghosts and forefathers, they are in the mode of ignorance. So, in this way, Krishna makes it simple. Just see what one is worshipping. You can see the unseen. What is their faith? Where is their faith? Those in the mode of passion worship demons, those in the mode of goodness worship demigods, and those in the ignorance worship ghosts and spirits. So we are finding what the person's faith is by seeing the unseen. See what they worship. Shastra vihitam goram tapayanti ye tapo jana Damba ahankara samyukta kamaraga balanvita. They have given up following the scriptures whimsically, but there are those who are directly against the scriptural practice. Such persons undergo severe austerities, penance, not recommended in scriptures. They perform out of pride, egoism, lust impelled, and attachment. Ashastra vidhim goratapayanti. So that Shraddha can be found from the austerities which they do and the sacrifices they make. From that also we can understand what kind of Shraddha they have. Karshayanta sharirastam bhutagramam achetasa mam chevanta sharirastam tan vidhi asura nischayam. They torture their own body like Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, and there was one who was called as um, uh, Bhaumasura, Bhasmasura. He was cutting his own head. Lord Shiva came, and because they do not follow my instruction, they also give me trouble because I am the super soul sitting in their heart. Arjuna, if a person is not Krishna, if a person is not worshipping anyone, how will I judge his nature? Okay, fine. I have seen that somebody is worshipping demigod, somebody is worshipping Yaksha Rakshasa, somebody is worshipping ghost. But if somebody is not worshipping anybody, where is his, what is his nature? How can I find where is his Shraddha? Ahara tavapi sarvasya. See what food he is eating. Ahara tavapi sarvasya trivido bhavati priya yagyatapa tata danam tesham vedam imam shrinu. You can find whether he is in mode of goodness by the food he is eating, by the worship he is doing, by the austerity one is doing, by the charity he is giving. Tesham Vedam Emam Shrinu. With this, you can understand where is his faith, whether his faith is in goodness, passion, or ignorance. So now, four more items have been included apart from worship, so that we can find whether it's more towards divine or more towards demonic. Arjuna, these can be done by examining the kind of food one eats, because the food one prefers is also of three kinds according to the three modes. The same is true for sacrifices, austerity, charity. Now here the distinction between them. So we'll go further deep and understand who is who, seeing the unseen. Ayu Sattva Balaro Gaya Sukha Priti Vivardhanam Rasya Snigdha Sthira Hirda Ahara Satvika Priya. Those who are having eating foods which is dear, which increases the duration of life, purifies one's existence, brings better thoughts, which gives strength to the body, health, happiness, satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, wholesome, and pleasing to heart. They should also be pleasing to eyes, cooked purely from pure ingredients, purchased with pure money. That means the money which is not obtained from sin, that is, that money which is not obtained from gambling or cheating or theft, that money which is not got from illicit sexual activities, or that money which is not brought from uh, meat eating or giving pain to others, or that money which is not coming out of intoxication, yeah, beer bar and other places by one. So purchase from pure money is very important. Pure ingredients, cooked purely, served in a pure place, yeah, where there is a lot of divinity and served by pure people. Such if a person is eating food in that place, even if he is not following the scriptures, we can understand that he is in mode of goodness, seeing the unseen. Who's who? Kata amla lavanti ushna tikshana ruksha vadina ahara rajasa ishtha dukkha shokha maya prada. Food that is very, that are too bitter, too sour, too salty, hot, pungent, dry, burning, dear, are dear to those who are in mode of passion. Such food cause distress, mystery, and disease. Bitter, too soft, salty, hot, and so this kind produces burning sensation. It burns when we eat hot things. It burns the mouth, and in the morning it burns the the lower part, anus and the rectum. So that is food in mode of passion that leads to diseases, blood pressure, ulcer. यतायामं गतारासं पूतिपर्युषितां च यत् उच्छिष्टान् अपि चामेद्यं भोजनं तामसप्रिया. Food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten, which has become cold, dry, foul smelling, food that is tasteless, decomposed, putrefied, food consisting of remnants other than the worshipable personalities, untouchable things like meat, egg is dear to those who are in the mode of ignorance. Those who are in the mode of goodness pay humble obeisances from far to such food. So in this way, from the food habits, you can find out what is their modes. They are in which modes? Worship, food. Now let us also see what kind of sacrifices they do. From that we can understand worship, um, worship, food, sacrifice, austerities, and charity. These 5 things we can see the unseen. Al afala afala kankshibhir yagyo vididishto ya ijyate yastavyam evati manaha samadaya satvika. Now from the sacrifice they are doing, we can understand whether they are in a mode of goodness. A person who is in mode of goodness, the sacrifice person performed according to the direction of the scriptures as a matter of duty by those who desire no reward. He does it as a matter of duty, and he doesn't want name, fame, glory. Such a sacrifice is said to be done in the mode of goodness, and that person is in the mode of goodness. But there is a person who does sacrifices for material benefit. I want name, my name should be there. I want that people should clap, people should acknowledge what a contribution I've done. So that is something in return. So that is mode of understand that this person is in mode of passion. Abhisandaya tu phalam Dampa artam api chaivaya ijyate bharata shrestha tam yagyam vidhi rajasam. But the sacrifice performed for some material benefit, for the sake of pride or name, fame, glory, is worse than sacrifice person performed in mode of goodness. And this kind of sacrifice is in mode of passion. Arjuna. Vidihinam ashastranam mantrahina adakshinam Shraddha virahitam yagyam tamasam parichakshate. Any sacrifice performed without direction of the scriptures, like Hiranyakashipu or Bhasmasura, he cut his head, and Lord Shiva, when he appeared, what benediction he wants, he said that I keep hand on anybody's head, that person will body will be converted into ashes. It's destroyed. Then he saw Tata Astu. So when he saw Parvati, he was enchanted. He wanted to kill Shiva so that he can have Parvati. Lord Shiva ran. And we all know how Lord Krishna saved him and killed Bhasmasura. Without distribution of prasadam, without chanting of Vedic hymns, without remunerations to the priest, and without faith, is considered to be a mode of ignorance. All right. So there is a lot of yagya, but so we can understand that person is in mode of ignorance. Now, person is doing austerities. Deva Dvija Guru Pragya Puja Nam Socham Arjavam Brahmacharya Mahimsa Cha Shariram Tapa Uchate. Austerities of the body. Austerities of the austerities, there consist of austerity of body, austerity of mind, and austerity of tongue, speaking. Austerity of body consists of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead and paying obeisance to them, paying obeisance to Brahmanas, paying obeisance to Guru, paying obeisance to Superior. Also, taking bath and simplicity means do what you say and say what you do, walk your talk. Celibacy and non-violence. This is austerity of the body. And austerity of speech. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam riyahitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vanmayam tapa uchyate. Austerity of the speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, not agitating to others, and also regularly reciting the Vedas, the tongue. We should speak kind words. Kind words, when spoken even to the tree blooms. What to speak about speaking kind words to human being? He, that person will produce it will do wonders when he hears kind words from his superiors. Why speak the truth, but speak the truth, satyam priyat priyam priyat, sweetly. What is why that should be daridratam, selfishness in giving sweet words. By just sweet words, every living entity gets enchanted, attracted. Speak the truth with sweet words. Why that should be selfishness, in speaking good words, kind words. Mana prasada saumya tvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava samsudhir iti etat tapo manasa uchate. The austerity of the mind is simplicity, gravity, satisfaction, self-control. Simplicity means just do what you say what you do. Gravity means to understand the goal of life. Satisfaction, that means no, be happy with what the Lord has provided, not to be disturbed if somebody is getting more, and not to get elevated if somebody we are having more than what others are having. Just be happy with what the Lord has given. Self control, that means not getting disturbed by lust, anger, and greed, not becoming a victim of lust, anger, and greed, illusion, madness, envy. So, in this way, we will see that the austerities are of three types, and we will see austerities now in the three modes of material nature. Yeah, whether it is of the body, whether it is of the tongue, or whether it is of the mind. Shraddhaya parayataptam tapasta trividam nara afalakankshabhiryukte satvikam parichaksate. The threefold austerities of body, mind, and tongue, performed by faithful men without material gain, only for the sake of supreme, is called austerity in goodness. So that austerity is in the mode of goodness. They are doing as a matter of duty. Satkara mana puja artam tapodambena chaivaya Kiryate tadiha proktam rajasam chalam adruvam. However, when the penance performed out of pride for the sake of gaining respect, honor, worship, is said to be in the mode of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. So, that kind of austerity of mind, body, and tongue is, when we see, we should understand that person is in mode of passion. Mudagrahinatmano ya pidaya kiryate tapa parasyotsādanartam va tattamasa udaitam. Penance of body, mind, and tongue performed out of foolishness with self-torture and injuring to others, Bhashmasura, is in the mode of ignorance. Hiranyakashipu and Raman, these are mode of ignorance. So the austerity has been mentioned, the charity will be mentioned. So we can understand the unseen, whether he is more of divine or he is more of demonic, from the worship, from the sacrifices, from the austerity, and now from charity. So in this way, and the food they eat, these are the five things which is mentioned. And that dattavyam iti yaddanam diyate anupakaryan deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam satvikam shritam. Charity, O Arjuna, is also of three kinds. Charity that is given out of duty without an expectation of puja, la pratishtha, fame, glory, and worship, at proper time, at proper place, to a worthy person, is said to be mode of goodness. Yeah, such charities purifies the heart and possessiveness and removes attachment and gives peace in the mind. That kind of charity is called mode of goodness. But charity, with which we want puja, la pratishtha, worship, glory, and uh, adoration, is called mode of passion. Yattu pratyupakarartam phalam udishya va puna diyate cha pariklishtam taddanam rajasa smritam. But charity performed with expectations of some return or given in a grudging mood. Oh, take it, don't waste my time, is said to be in the mode of passion. And that charity which is given at a wrong time in a wrong place to a wrong person, adesha kale yaddanam apatrebhya chadiyate asatkritam yagnatam tattamasa mudarate. Charity performed at impure place. Oh, today is Friday night and tomorrow is Saturday, and everybody will be enjoying the weekend. And I see this man is not having a bottle of beer. I will give him a bottle of beer. In proper place, he is in a dirty, dirty place, and in proper time, that is in the night, to unworthy people who is already a drunkard and without proper respect. So in this way, uh, this is in mode of ignorance. So we can see the unseen by these five activities: worship, that shraddha, that faith. Where is that faith? Can be, it is unseen, but by these five activities, the worship, the food, the sacrifice, the austerity, and charity, we can see the unseen shraddha where it is. So, whatever activities we do, if we do it with Om Tat Sat, it will transcend the three modes and will become divine. Om Tat Sad iti nirdesho brahmanasтрivida smrita brahmana tena vedascha yajnacha vitah pura. Oh, Arjuna, so far I have explained how one can see the faith of a person by seeing the worship, footsteps, sacrifice, austerity, and charity. However, all these activities have defect. So, in order to purify them, the Brahmanas in the past would chant Om Tat Sat. Om is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They should use these three words during the sacrifice or during the above activities. So in this way, whatever is the defect in these activities, it will be eradicated. Tashmad om iti udahitya yagyadan tapah kriya pravartante vidan okta satatam brahmana vadinam. Therefore, the transcendentalists undertaking performance of sacrifice, charity, penance always begin with Om, that to obtain the supreme, and tad idi ana bhisandaya phalam yajna tapa kriya danam kriya cha vividha kriyanti moksha kankshibhi. Of the three, Om is especially famous for the name of the Lord, which is who is all pervading in the Vedas. Without selfish desire, one performs various activities of sacrifice, penance, and charity with the word Tat. The purpose of such activities is get free from entanglement. Om means connecting with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tat means getting away from that entanglement. And Sat means सद्भवे साधु भवे च सद इति एतत् प्रयुज्यते प्रशस्ते कर्माणि तथा चक्षब्द पार्थयुज्यते. The supreme objective of the devotional service is indicated by Sat, eternality. My devotee who performs sacrifice is also is called Sat, as all the sacrifice, penance, and charity are performed to please me, who is Satchidananda Vigraha, eternal and blissful and full of knowledge. Such a personality is me, that is Krishna. So, yajna tapasidani cha sthiti sad iti chokyate karma chaiva tad artiyam sad iti eva abhidayate. When one chants these three names, Om Tat Sat, in whatever activity he performs, all the discrepancies, all the defects are become reconciled or removed. The supreme words Om Tat Sat, Om means Krishna, Tat means coming out of the entanglement of the material world, Sat means getting eternality or getting divinity, are are therefore used to perfect all activities, make everything complete. Oh, Arjuna, so Arjuna, you should perform your activity with faith in the mode of goodness and say Om Tat and get into your duty. These activities, these activities, other activities, otherwise is useless. Shrama evahi kevalam, because it is in the material platform, and with time it will be destroyed. Yeah, whether it is money, the body, either the body goes, the money goes, whether it's knowledge, degrees, material degrees, body goes, the degree goes. So whatever it is, it will be useless. So make it divine by chanting Om Tat Sat. अश्रद्धया हुतं दातां तपतापं कृतं च यत् असदिति उच्यते पार्थ न च तत्प्रीत्या नो इह. Sacrifice, penance, or any other activities performed without faith is impermanent and is called asat, and it has no benefit in this life or next, Arjuna. So it is of no use. So thus make all the activities divine by chanting Om Tat Sat and offer it to Krishna, and thus become more divine. Even if one is in one is in the different modes, try to come to mode of goodness, chant Om Tat and make it divine, make life successful, be happy, make others happy, be a good devotee, and let us make others devotees. Please Srila Prabhupada by reading his books, distributing his books, and make our lives successful. Hare Krishna. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, thank you, thank you.